Good morning to you children. Today also we will continue with the same lesson, that is chapter number 13, Manufacturing Industry. So far we have done with the iron and steel industry, isn't it? That is also one of the mineral-based industry. So today we will be dealing with the electronic industry. Okay. So first let's do the electronic goods. Now as I have written out here, Bengaluru, the electronic capital of India. So why Bengaluru is considered as the electronic capital of India? Because it is the largest center of electronic good, and therefore it is rightly termed as the electronic capital of India. And this place, that means this Bengaluru, it has turned out to be a major industrial hub for the electronic goods manufacturing units. So there are many units, okay, that manufacture electronic goods. Okay. So first let's see Indian telephone industry, and this is the first public sector. Okay, that's a government undertaking which established near Bengaluru in 1950s. And the main purpose of this Indian telephone industry was to meet the electronic requirements of postal and telegraph department, then defense. Okay. Then number 2 is Bharat Electronic Limited. This is another public undertaking, that is a unit under the government which was established at Bengaluru in the year 1956. And this particular unit also, that this particular industry also, it meets the electronic requirements of defense, then All India Radio and Meteorological Department. Then we have number 3, the important one, the Electronics Corporation of India Limited, and it's set up in Hyderabad in the year 1970s. And this unit meets the requirement of agriculture, okay, industries, and also the nuclear appliances or the application. So these are the 3 major manufacturing units of electronic good in India. Then there are some more. You can refer your textbook on page number 165. We have 2 more. One is Central Electronic Limited, which is located at Uttar Pradesh, and another one is Gujarat Communication and Electronic Limited at Vadodara in Gujarat. Okay, the first one, that is Central Electronic Limited, is in Uttar Pradesh, and the Gujarat Communication and Electronic Limited, this is also another unit of electronic good in India, which is situated at Vadodara in Gujarat. So now let us move on to the second important industry, that's the software industry. Now, as you know that the Bengaluru is known as electronic capital of India. And Bengaluru is also called the Silicon Valley of India. Why? Due to large number of information technology companies located here. So since you find many information technology institute, okay, or the institution located in this city, that's in the city of Bengaluru, it is rightly known as the Silicon Valley of India. Okay, and it has been recognized by United Nations as a global 4th best global hub of technological innovation. That means it has been recognized by the United Nations, okay, as the 4th best global hub of technological innovation. So we call Bengaluru as the Silicon Valley of India. Okay. Now, why this particular industry has well flourished in Bengaluru? What are the factors? Okay, growth of IT industry in Bengaluru. Let us see some of the factors. So, the first important factor is the pleasant climate. The pleasant and comfortable climate of Bengaluru is well suited for this IT or the software industry or the IT information technology industries. Okay. Then number 2, in Bengaluru, readily available world-class infrastructure. So infrastructure means these are the facilities which are required for running the institution. So world-class, that means the world standard IT infrastructures are also available in the city of Bengaluru. Then number 3, progressive government policies. That means there is a strong support from the side of the government also for this particular sector. That's the IT sector. Then apart from this, you can refer a textbook on page 169. So there are centers where the international conferences, okay, are held every year. Okay, so these centers are there. Then research centers are also available in Bengaluru, where they can have the research, okay, the new innovations and all can carry out, or they can carry out in those centers. So these are the facilities which are available in Bengaluru. So therefore Bengaluru has been, or it has been termed as the Silicon Valley of India. Then now, since I said the Bengaluru, now this software industry has shifted, or it has progressed from Bengaluru to the other 2 cities also, Pune and Hyderabad. Okay, and these 3 cities, Bengaluru, Pune and Hyderabad, these 3 cities together form the, it's known as the electronic triangle, or we call it as a Silicon Triangle in India. Okay, so please remember this one. The 3 cities together form the Silicon Triangle of India. That's Bengaluru, Pune and Hyderabad. So now we'll see the petrochemical industry. This industry, the petrochemical industry, is the one of the fastest growing industry in the Indian economy. In the mid 60s, when the traditional raw material, they failed to meet the need of the consumer and the industrial product, this particular, the petrochemical industry, merged into the market. Okay. So now what are this petrochemical industry? So petrochemical industry manufactures goods utilizing organic chemicals and compounds from petroleum product, gas and coal. That means they manufacture goods utilizing carbon compound. Like you can see, petroleum, gas and coal. Now what's the advantage of this petrochemical products? Now these products, the petrochemical products, are gaining popularity in the modern world. So what are the factors, or what are the advantages? So number 1 is durable. As compared to the traditional raw material, the petrochemical products are quite durable. Number 2, they are cheap also. Okay, so they are cost effective and they are durable and they are economically stable as they are produced on the mass scale. Number 3, raw material is easily available because they derive the raw material mostly from the oil refineries. And number 3, they are not dependent on agricultural raw material because they derive the raw material from oil refineries, and they don't have to depend on the agricultural raw material as in the case of cotton, jute, and therefore there is no fluctuation in the production. Okay. So now location of petrochemical industries are guided by 2 factors. So number 1, presence of oil refinery, as I have already mentioned you out here. Okay, why these petrochemical industries are located near to the oil refineries is because they derive the raw material from the refineries. So there is an easy supply, or they can get their raw material easily from the oil refineries. So mostly they are located close to the oil refineries. Number 2, the second factor is presence of port facility. So they see that, okay, or these particular industries are also located near to the port. For what reason? To reduce the transportation cost. Like for getting the raw material, number 1, as you know, most of the oil refineries are in the coastal cities, isn't it? So in order to reduce the transportation cost for the getting the raw material and as well as the exporting the finished product. So these are the 2 factors which guide the petrochemical industry.